Okay, so here's what's going on with the ball players down there. Listen, you've got the active ball players who are now really concerned over the owners who are saying, listen, we want to take back $5 billion in stuff that has already been negotiated. The biggest thing underneath that the ball players are concerned about is health care for the family, treatment, rehabilitation, because ball players don't really know how badly they beat up their body. Now for the first time, with ball players being able to get their second medical opinion, they're knowing more, and now they're having to find their own solutions. So health care, joint treatment, hip treatment, and then the spiraling effects of multiple concussion syndrome, that's part of the issue. On the retired players' side, they're also interested in benefits and stuff, but everyone across the board is going to be in the position of facing the day. And that's exactly what I'm in right now, is where you're an athlete, you trained, you're strong, and yet there comes a time where it's so painful for you to get in the gym that you just stop training, and you know you need to. And then you run into heart issues, circulation issues, diabetes issues, and it affects the way you start eating, and it takes your edge off. So for someone seeing this for the first time, that would be very skeptical about how can you get that much conditioning standing on this. Explain that to someone who may not totally get it.
When we started talking about vibration exercise, and I've gone and trained a lot of trainers who train athletes, we've trained people in hospitals, therapists. Initially it's a little bit of on the skeptical side, but then we sit down and say, all we're doing is exercising. If you know exercise is going to be beneficial to you, that's one thing. But can you do that exercise? And these are yes or no. If you can do exercise, and you can go at a pretty high intensity, as you said, when you're training, that's fine. But when you can't exercise...
See, that's where I'm at, and a lot of other people too, yeah. Whether they're carrying a lot of weight, or whether they've been injured, or whether they have some chronic joint fatigue and arthritis in their history, or they just are looking for that momentum to get back in the gym, right? Because you need a little, I mean, you do. As an athlete, you need momentum to sit there and go, I now will get up and I'll commit, the next hour to wrecking myself in the gym. And you're just not at that place. So how can they, because this is so contrary to the big, all that kind of stuff. Are they surprised once they test the machine? We're going to do that in just a minute, because that's what you came down here for, so I can learn and see. What am I going to be surprised about in just a few minutes?
I think where you're going to be surprised is the high amount of muscle contractions you're going to get in a very short period of time. What it is, it's according doing squats, going up and down, doing 5-6 sets, and then getting on a machine like this where it's going to contract your muscles probably up to about 3,000 times a minute. But you're going to be standing in a position that's comfortable for you. You're not going to be stressing your joints. Remember, it's only going to be working on the muscles. Once we get the muscles stronger, guess what happens to the joints?
They become stabilized.
They become stabilized.
Right.
So there's nothing new in what we're doing. It's just a new way of getting the same results as you would with regular training, but easier and in a shorter period of time. And we've done research with spinal cord, we got universities doing research with stroke, doing research with arthritis, and getting some very positive results. And the results aren't, it's a magic machine. The result says, hey, guess what? This is exercise that people who may not be able to do those types of exercises, that high of intensity level, are now able to do. And that's where vibration exercise with the wave comes in. It's a beneficial exercise program done in a shorter period of time with less stress on your joints.
Okay, and so now I get on. Now tell me about sort of routine. Is it one of those where it's like weightlifting every other day? Is it like you could do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon? Being on there twice a day, would that be too much?
Vibration exercise is like any other training. We call it high intensity training.
Okay.
We found over the years, we've been using it for about 10 years with a wide variety of different patients, different types of athletes. And what we're finding is the shorter period of time you use it, the better effects you're going to get.
Really?
your legs, for example, your thighs, we're only going to do about 2 minutes of actual vibration exercise.
Come on.
Yes, so when you do a squat exercise, but here's the thing,
One squat takes 2 minutes.
But here's the thing, Brian. When you're doing squat exercises, if I have a 70-year-old lady, she's going to do a gentle squat on a nice low setting.
Right.
She's going to do 30 seconds, do 4 sets.
Yeah.
She's going to get off that machine and say, I feel good.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, if I take an athlete who's retired and has joint pain, I may put him on a higher intensity, but it's the same time. He's going to say, wow, I feel good.
Yeah.
Now, if I take a current athlete, I put him on doing a one-legged squat with a little bit of additional weight loads, still in 2 minutes,
Right.
he's going to get off and go, wow. So it's really depending upon the individual, because our company's more focused on the application side. We're the know-how company.
Okay.
We provide the exercise training, the protocols and everything from experience, not by us, but a lot of the therapists and trainers out there, and bring it back to the customers like you.
Okay.
So when we do these programs, these programs have been developed over the last 10 years.
So they're all customized too, based
Exactly.
on sort of my own profile.
Exactly. If somebody has arthritis, they have certain knee limitations, we'll have a couple different videos explaining step by step what to do. That's the key with vibration exercise. A lot of people think all you're going to do is stand, but once they really start taking a look at it and say, the Wave has a lot of stuff that's customizable. If I have a person with certain conditions, we'll have videos explaining how to do it for your specific condition.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's where we are as a company.
All right, well, let's just go and get with it.
You got it.
All right.